Once I was working in a textile mill, you may like it there, but I sure had my fill. If something hasn't happened, I guess it stands as still, north and east of good old Waterville. Oh, you don't have to be an idiot to work in a textile mill. You don't have to be an idiot to work in a textile mill. You don't have to be an idiot to work in a textile mill. But if you aren't too smart, the boss's job you'll fill. Oh, Froggy was a foreman. He came from outer space. He was never part of any human race. Never ever gave his crew a half an even break. Even blamed the second hands for no mistakes. Oh, you ain't gotta be an idiot to work in a textile mill. You ain't gotta be an idiot to work in a textile mill. You ain't gotta be an idiot to work in a textile mill. But if you aren't too smart, the boss's job you'll fill. Well, I worked 32 hours, and believe me, I was beat. It was much too cold outside to rest in my backseat. Lay down in the wool bin, and while I was asleep, someone stole the shoes and socks right off my feet. See, that takes place all the time in the textile mill, yeah. People stealing stuff, people playing pranks on you. And this guy here wrote this song, my friend Clem Spencer. He's a funny man up here in Maine. And he gave this song for me to use, and so I added my own verses to that. And they start at verse 6, but I'm going to sing one more verse here that Clem wrote, and then I'm going to add my own verses to it. Pretty little whining girl, I thought was kind of neat. So I walked right up to her, and I said, think you're sweet, I think you're sweet. What she up and said to me, I never will repeat. With her little fist, she flattened out my beak. Oh, you ain't gotta be an idiot to work in a textile mill. You ain't gotta be an idiot to work in a textile mill. You ain't gotta be an idiot to work in a textile mill. But if you ain't too smart, the boss's job you'll fill. Well, I worked in the mill down in Corinna East Land Woolen Mill. Hot old place to work in. It was just sweaty and hot in there, and jeepers, mostly like 85 and 90 degrees down here in the middle of summertime. Can you imagine working down in the basement down below the street there with all that heat? And we worked right on Main Street there in Corinna, Maine. And boy, we played some tricks on each other. All we ever did was play pranks all the time. Never seen any the likes of the pranks that I saw coming out of that mill. And it was fair game in these mills when I worked as a child, or not as a child, but as a young man. Pranks were fair game. And so I added these words to this song myself. Working on those Fulham mills, sweating like a pig. Snuck along my friend, why he's an awful rig. Splashed a bunch of cold water all over me. So I jumped right up and danced a little jig. Oh, you ain't gotta be an idiot to work in the woolen mill. You ain't gotta be an idiot to work in the woolen mill. You ain't gotta be an idiot to work in a woolen mill. If you ain't too smart, the boss's job you'll fill. Right there by Main Street in good old Corinna, Maine. You might think the song be different, but they're all the same. And that is how all the mills are known here by name. Tricks and pranks are all but fair game. And as you can now guess, I plotted my revenge. It was now a deluge. To him I wanted to send. Install those paper cups with a great big long string and strung them through the sprinklers over his bench. Oh, you ain't gotta be an idiot to work in a textile mill. You ain't gotta be an idiot to work in a textile mill. You ain't gotta be an idiot to work in a textile mill. But if you ain't too smart, the boss's job you'll fill. And as they all sat out there, having them a break, along he came and sat within their midst. Anyway, my co-worker there, he went and dumped a bunch of water on me when I had my shirt off down there. So I plotted my revenge. I went and let that water run out of that fountain until she got so ice cold that the condensation was all over the side of the cups when I filled them. And I laced about 6 or 7 of them cups right together and filled them right up with that nice ice cold water. and I strung that right over the top of that bench. And I pulled the string. I strung the string way down through the sprinklers on the ceiling, way down to the other side of the mill. So I said to the fellows that I worked with, I said, when you sit down, I said, you leave a spot on the bench right there, this spot right here, let him sit on it. And I let him in on the joke. So sure enough, they sat down and had their smoke, and he came and sat down there in between them. And I whistled and walked by and walked over there with a pair of scissors and cut that string. And that whole thing just fell right over on top of his head, and he must have got a gallon down his shirt and down all over his clothes. So as they all sitting there, having him a break, along he came and sat within their midst. Fast as I could, I went and snipped the string. He got a splash of water all the way to his feet. Oh, you ain't gotta be an idiot to work in a textile mill. You ain't gotta be an idiot to work in a textile mill. You ain't gotta be an idiot to work in a textile mill. But if you want to find the boss's job, you'll fill. Thank you in Jesus' name.